We have our special guest today, Dennis Tinerino, our head customer success agent here at Brilliant Directories. Dennis wanted to share some tips today. He talks to hundreds of customers almost every week, I'd say, people who are looking to get started with Brilliant Directories. So we just wanted to share some common tips and questions people ask when getting started with Brilliant Directories. So how are you doing today, Dennis?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today. I appreciate the nice introduction. It's good to be here with all the great BD customers. I'd say the most three common questions, here that we've listed today is number one, I hear a lot. Do people make money with their membership website? Is it a viable business? The definite answer is yes, of course. And the people who do make money with their business are the ones that, of course, get online quickly, have a focus, have an idea, and take it and run with it and run it like a business. Those are the people who are successful and making money with their membership websites.
So let me ask you a flip side to that question, Dennis, because you
Sure.
just said all the warm and fuzzy things to answer that
Of course.
question. In what cases, if someone's looking to generate revenue, would they fail in generating revenue from a membership website?
Yeah, I think the people who don't make money with their website are the ones who overcomplicate things for themselves. They find reasons to put roadblocks in front of their vision or launching their idea or over designing their website, overcomplicating things, thinking that they need so many things ahead of them to be able to go into business rather than just getting online quickly and easily, which is what our platform was built for.
I think with starting any venture, especially if you have limited time, resources, and team, you want to keep things as simple as possible and have small wins rather than going for the big home run. Because the larger the scope of a project, the more moving parts, the more variables. It's just more things need to happen right to be successful than when you have a simple idea.
Couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, that's one of the things that we really try to preach about or get online quickly, be simple, and number one, have fun with it.
So does that mean that people have to throw away their big ideas and plans that they have for the site, or is there a more appropriate time that they should execute those ideas?
I wouldn't say to throw away any grand visions or ideas that they have. It's just launching it in phases. Phase one, phase two is probably the best way to go about it. People find ways to try to over-service their idea by offering too many things at once. It's good to have a hyper focus and then go step one, step two, step three, because that way you can see things roll out and then you have room to make changes as well. Number two is a really popular one. How long does setup take? We like to say the number one thing is get your site online quickly and easily, right? The typical setup, what we see is about roughly 3 to 4 hours. That's just people cruising through our setup video series and getting things online. We always recommend getting a bag of popcorn and just enjoying the setup. Going through the setup tutorial video series is a pleasure because once you've done that, you're really going to have a good handle on running the day-to-day operations and being a business owner with BD. So typically about 3 to 4 hours. And if you ever get stuck, we have amazing resources like the webinars, the Facebook group, and the support channel to answer any questions or snags you've run into. And team has done a really good job of putting together that video series based on a lot of things that people run into. So really recommend just going through it step by step in the video tutorial series because it is actually set up in a sequence to help you complete your site in order. So once you've done that and you've gone through it, you actually have a working business and website. So once you've done that, you can get online really quickly.
And I think that ties into what we were just talking about, phase one and phase two, just to get the basics online, because you're never going to be done designing your site or setting up your site. That can go ongoing because you'll always be adding content, new sections. I think that the key here is initial setup can be done relatively quickly and then create a routine for working on the site and on the business side of things as well.
Number three, this is a popular one as well. I love covering this one. What if I don't have member data when first starting? People think, okay, great, I have an idea. I have this website I want to build. And I don't have like a list of members to be in there, or I haven't bought any data. I heard you have to buy data. Well, to really uncover that, the answer is you actually don't. Many of our members do not have data. Number one, you want to get your site online. That's the first thing you want to do. Get through those tutorials. Build the foundation. If you don't have a list, you don't have to let that be a roadblock. Getting your site and your business online and seeing your idea live, it takes you so far. You can always trickle in and just add a few members one by one. It's so simple to do that, even just adding a single member. And you can do that just by finding potential clients online, or if you know a few people in your local town that you want to create profiles for. It's super simple to do that. If you spend maybe up to 20 minutes, let's say, just in your spare time, adding 5 or 10 members, you'll have people in there that are going to be either look like prospects or just starting to fill out your directory. Just getting your idea online quickly and easily and making it look like it has a pulse is one of the most important things you want to do by adding content, etc. So that's one of the best steps you can have in the beginning.
And actually, I think, and I don't want to boast about it, but I think that's one of the best features about BD is it really is a content publishing powerhouse. You can publish all sorts of different types of
Certainly.
content in different sections, events, coupons, even adding the business listing members. If you do that for a week, you're just starting out, then the site looks like it's been online for a long time. You have a lot of credibility
Yeah,
there.
definitely builds the credibility for sure.
So those are three common questions. What are three tips that you have for beginners who are just getting started?
Yeah, I'd say, number one, targeting a core, a focus, and having a niche. And meaning, like, if you're going to have an actual idea, use that idea. So we'll just use lawyers, for example. Having a lawyer website is very general, and there's a lot of that out there. Having it more specialized, saying if it was going to be for DUI lawyers, and then either having it cultural based where there's like an additional focus, like a subset idea there. And then if you're also going to have a location focus. So a lot of people, they go, okay, I want to create a lawyer website, but they don't have any type of focus that will separate them from anybody else. So it's really good to have like a niche or like a core focus on that to separate yourself and to make it more fun and have an audience there.
Gotcha. Yeah, we see a lot of times, especially in the webinars, where people are just starting out and they're trying to create a membership community that's everything for everyone. And when you're everything for everyone, it's hard to connect with people, and you lose your audience because your audience is so broad. So
And the second one is don't over design your website when starting. People go, oh, well, I want to have a coming soon homepage. I don't want anyone to see it. Hey, the best thing you can do is connect your domain and let people see it and just get online quickly. So don't worry about if your color's wrong on page 4 or if you didn't upload this right. Get your site online quickly. You can always go back and make edits and changes. And the last one, I would say this one is, super important and valuable. I mean, we've all heard of surveys, and getting feedback on your idea is super valuable, even not even just in the beginning, but I think that definitely is good to take into consideration when you're first getting going or even after you've been online for a while, if you want to do any major changes or updates or any potential growth. So keep in mind, feedback is very valuable and can help you go a long way with your idea.
awesome. Well, Dennis, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank
These
you.
tips are really awesome, especially for someone who's just getting started. And it's also good as a refresher for anyone who's already started their journey with their website. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Awesome.